So, folks, welcome back. Excuse me, to another reading. This time on a really popular politician for a lot of folks, okay? This is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's reading, and as you can see, I've got quite a bit of equipment out for today's reading. I have the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. I have the Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck, which I find to be both honest and a very loving deck, right? I think it's something that's appropriate for a lot of folks. And then we have Lenormand. So here in just a bit, we're going to get into why is she here on planet Earth, right? What is she here to do in this lifetime? And then we'll get a look at overall what her political career is going to do, right? Not supposed to do, but what is her political career going to tend to do if she doesn't make any changes? And last and not least, we're going to end the reading, I believe, with some loving words of wisdom from the more mythical side of Islam, right? I find this to be a absolutely fascinating deck. I've loved it for pieces for many years. I can't wait to use it on AOC. So folks, let's go ahead and get started with a look into what she is here to do in this lifetime. Let me get my camera set up. So first of all, I want to take a look at a 9x9 portrait of why AOC is even here to begin with, right? What is she here to do in this lifetime? So I'm going to shake. Spirit says stop. We're going to pull out 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So Spirit says stop shuffling coins. Let's lay them out. Up here. Okay, that was a bit of a mess. Here we go. Hope that looks good. There we go. Can we see all 9? I'm getting used to a new camera setup. I'm excited about the new camera setup, but I think it has its ups and downs. What does she have? Why is she here? What is she here to do in this lifetime? Well, she's here to climb mountains, apparently, right? That usually signifies great difficulties. Now, some people enjoy climbing mountains. There we go. Still getting used to this new camera setup. But some people enjoy climbing mountains. They're thrill seekers, right? And I wonder if there isn't some of that energy, some of that dynamic going on here. I definitely see that she's here to kind of put an end to some more traditional aspects of government, right? She's going to have a difficult time doing it, right? But I do see her as someone going down in history because she scaled this mountain, right? I do see her scaling this mountain. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard work because she's going to be tearing down the master's house. You know, the saying, I need to get the name. The name is going to come to me in just a second. But the saying, the master's tools will never tear down the master's house. I see that being manifested here. She is going to be tearing down the master's house, but it's going to be hard work. This is what roots her, right? The mountain appears on the house of the tree, which is What is your reason for being here? Partly, right? It's also tied, the house of the tree is also tied to family, also tied to spirituality, that idea of right? So it's all attached to that. So she has some hard work to do in this lifetime. Let's do a little bit more digging into who she is, right? This is her present reality. That's what I was reading into. This is what subconsciously moves her. So I see emotional intuition, right? There, she feels this deeply on a subconscious level. She is not doing this for money. I don't see money anywhere here in this reading, right? I do see her attempting to clear up some confusion. She has some choices that she has some choices that she's going to make over her lifetime, right? But at the end of the day, she's going to use her emotion, her intuition to guide her through it, right? People discuss emotion being fickle. It can be when it's not informed by deeply rooted intuition, right? And I feel like because the moon appears in her subconscious, that is what is moving her forward. It's awesome. She has some difficult, confusing choices to make in the future. And I kind of attribute that to her difficult road ahead of her, right? Part of her difficult road ahead of her in tearing down the master's house, so to speak, is going to be in all these confusing choices. What is best for this group of people? What's best for this group of people? How can we make everything good for as many people as possible? I also see in here. That's what's moving on a subconscious level. Now, on a really conscious level, the lily is about establishment. This is the white lily and not the red lily of sexuality, right? This is the white lily of establishment, long-term success. I see a deep commitment to the long-term establishment. I see a deep commitment to the public. She loves the United States citizens, is the best way that I can put it. That's what's going on a really conscious level, right? Someone may disagree with her, but at the end of the day, she loves American citizens and she wants to do the best that she can by them, is what I'm seeing on a conscious level, okay? So I see good intentions when it comes to what she wants subconsciously. When it comes to what she wants consciously, she's going to have some hard work getting there, but her intentions at the end of the day are good, honest, pure intentions. I want to go back to her past. In her past, she's been able to cut through some confusion that has just cycled over and over again. This is possibly connected to race, right? Why is my community being treated this way, right? She cut through the confusion in the past, and that's part of why she's here today, why she has a political career, why she's a mover and a shaker in Washington today. She cut through that cycle of confusion. That speaks to some real power to me. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, she cut through some she cut through some confusion and real deception back in the day, right? She's a powerful individual. Now, the scythe lands on the house of the house, which is the home, what we find security. Family also pops up here again in the house of the house. I wonder if her family history is part of what has given her this power to say, enough is enough. I want different for my community. I want different for the United States. Yeah, so I want to take a look at what's going on presently. At this present moment, she's having some difficulties getting established, but her intuition is guiding her, right? Even though she's having difficulties, I'll put a point over here, even though she's having difficulties getting established, her intuition is guiding the way. She knows what she's doing. She's doing good things here because she wants to do good things. it's a really plain spoken reading, right? There's no deception. She's not waiting to get somebody, to get a certain group, right? I really don't feel that way at all. In fact, Spirit is shaking their head. No, she is not out to get people, even if those people feel like she is out to get them. Okay? That's her present reality. What does she have in the future? Well, this is about government, right? Tower is about authority, institutions. This garden comes back around to public communities. This is about government. In the future, she's going to be a decision maker in the government. She's going to be making some important choices in the future when it comes to government. I feel a long-term political career with AOC here, okay? Tell you what, we're going to get into what her political career is like. That was about what she's here to do in her lifetime. And while politics does show up, oh, hang on just a second. Let's look at influences. I'm still learning, okay? Let me put a big disclaimer out here. I am still learning Lenormand, which this is. I am still learning tarot. I am still learning divination. I'm still learning astrology. So I'm going to make some mistakes at some points, right? My bad. Here we go. So at the end of the day, the difficulties, the hard stuff, climbing the mountain is what's going to be the central theme here. At the end of the day, she can't escape that. But she is committed to she is committed to making those difficult choices is what I see here, right? She's not afraid of difficult choices, and that's awesome. Still making sure that you guys are in the picture. That's awesome for her to be able to say, I can still make difficult choices. A lot of people run away from the difficult choices. That's why we need good-hearted politicians, right? And I see a good heart in this particular spread. The public is going to be difficult and confusing for her to navigate going forward. This is also something that she struggled with in the past, right? This is what the influences going forward. These are the influences in the past, but if influences in the past aren't dealt with, right, whether she can deal with it, whether the people within the influences can deal with it, she's got some difficulties coming up, and she's had some difficulties in the past with the public, right? It's caused some confusion. There's something, the public isn't seeing everything that AOC has to offer. For whatever reason, the public isn't seeing everything that she has to offer, right? Perhaps they choose not to. That's always a thing. Perhaps they choose not to. They don't want to. Okay, we're done with this spread. Let's move on to tarot. What is she doing with her political career? I may shape that question a little bit more. Hang on just a second. All right, folks, let's do a Celtic cross for AOC's political career. I'm getting Spirit telling me to make some reversal cards. Let's go. So I'm looking at AOC's career overall, right? From the point that she started, I should say, to the point that she retires, right? She says, enough's enough. I'm ready to retire, head off to the Keys, something like that. We're going to do a Celtic cross for her political career. What is that going to look like? What is AOC's political career going to look like? More shuffling, Spirit? I'm getting a no. No more shuffling from Spirit. So let's rock and roll, y'all. Interesting. So this is her central theme, right? What is her political career going to be like? This is about not necessarily doing the stuff that you set out to do or the stuff that you were supposed to have done, right? This is speaking about, here, let me get over here. This is speaking about inaction, right? The King of Wands, when upright, is a balanced entity that symbolizes both a good balance of action and hanging out, waiting to see how things are going to go. If she doesn't make any changes, it's possible that she just all go, and doesn't really pause, right? Now, this is her past, her present, her future. I read Celtic crosses a little bit differently from other folks. I think it's significant that in her future, there was this unwillingness to hop into the next era, right? With the world, with it being in reverse, this is, I'm not ready to get into this new era. That's in her past, which I think is interesting. I'm not ready to get into possibly this new, more conservative era. Can I say this new, more politically conservative era? I'm not ready to do that. I'm going to go, and in the future, she's going to do things her own way. With the Hierophant upright, that's about doing what's already kind of been laid out in stone for us, right? This has been done before, it'll be done again, so on and so forth, that kind of thing. In this case, this is her doing her own thing. I see that happening in the future. With that being a major arcana card, that's a long-term thing. This is something that she's going to be doing for her entire political career. And she's going to be doing things her own way, for better or for worse. Let's go. So, on a conscious level, again, this is conscious, reality, and subconscious, kind of like with the Lenormand spread just a bit ago, right? I see a lack of balance on a conscious level, right? Again, this comes back around to just go. Retreat is also a strategy, right? Again, I don't remember who said it. I'm terrible. I'm great with sayings. I'm terrible with remembering who said them, right? I need to learn how to give credit just off the top of my head. But here I see a lack of balance, possibly with money, but I want you to think of Pentacles not just in terms of money, right? It is about money, partly, but it's also about the physical realm, the material realm, our bodies, for instance. She may become unhealthy because she's always like, go and do this, do that, push that bill forward, push that law forward, that kind of thing. Okay, what's moving her on a subconscious level? She's unhappy. She's unhappy at the end of the day. Deeply unhappy with her situation, right? This is what's driving her. I asked for a long-term read on what her political career would be like, and here we have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards in her cross, right? I haven't even gotten started into her rod over here on the right. But I see unhappiness driving all this go. It's not enough is the phrase that I'm hearing in my head. It's not enough. It's never going to be enough. It's not good enough. I'm going to do things my own way. Let's deal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me move that down. Okay. So what her external situation is like is the Knight of Swords, right? Her external situation is one where she needs, again, to go. She's a communicator. I wonder if that isn't her external situation to the point that it's all that she can see, right? She can't see the forest for the trees. Now, the Knight of Swords is upright, which does indicate more balance than she might have gotten out of the reverse King of Wands, right? But I still see some really fast-paced communication here. She's going to be putting out a lot of bills, perhaps. Definitely a lot of press releases. Probably, right? She's going to be making lots of statements. This is someone who isn't terribly experienced, right? When you look at page, knight, queen, and king, you can think about that in terms of gender if you want. You can think about that in terms of individuals as, symbolizing people in a reading. You can also look at those levels as being experience levels, right? I see a certain level of communication. She's not the King of Swords, right? But neither is she the Page of Swords. We could say that she's a sophomore communicator, right? And that's her external situation. It may be that she never pops out of being more of a sophomore level communicator. It may be that she sticks to some habits, some communication habits that serve her well at some times and not so well at others. This is her advice card. This is the Ace of Wands. Allow new action to come through, right? When I have the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands popping up together, especially in a Celtic cross like this one, I'm wondering if this doesn't mean that she's going to need to kind of rethink how she approaches stuff, right? This is about action, about spirituality. The Wands is moved forward by fire, right? Its symbol is fire. And that's what's at the center of this, right? Fire is what's moving her forward. But I'm wondering if this isn't indicating that she's going to be stuck in ruts at points in her political career, okay? I could be completely wrong. I'm still a beginner to all of this stuff. I've only been doing this for around 2 years. I'm using these videos and this channel as a way to learn how to read better. But it's possible that she's going to need to think of new ideas throughout her political career in order to avoid this particular outcome, which is the Five of Pentacles. This is about loss, right? And it's about running past resources that could help us out of that loss. It's upright. I see her being isolated, right? Isolated and rejecting help even when it comes from a friendly place, even when it comes from her side, so to speak. I still see some potential rejection of that. Her advice is to take action, to continue to do the things out her way, right? She's going to make history like that, but to take help, to accept allies, right? To accept help. And she's going to go a lot further when she does. That's her outcome. So what can she do to avoid this negative outcome? She can look for new things that she can do. She can look for how she's going to be different, right? If she wants to avoid this particular outcome. Here are her hopes and fears, y'all, being the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is the messenger who says, hey, it's time to do this. I see a lot of initiative right here, right? It's possible that she gets stuck in a rut over here in the cross. Here, let's do that. She gets stuck in a rut over here in the cross, but the rod is here to pop her out of that rut to keep her effective. She's going to be getting new messages that indicate, hey, it's time to do this, right? Not just think about it. The swords would be about thinking about it. Wands would be about go and do. I'm getting some indications that she's going to need to break up her habits that, got her to this point and do something different if she's going to continue to make history, right? But this is her political career if she doesn't make any changes. Now, keep in mind, this reading could change if she does make changes, right? if she has a massive epiphany or a series of epiphanies, this could all change, and she could change as a politician. That would be fascinating to look into. Okay, tell you what, let me pull this away. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate you. And let me get out one card from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck. Spirit, let me know when I should stop. Okay. Spirit says no more shuffling. What does AOC need to know in order to live the most successful life possible? Flip, more shuffling. Spirit says flip. The union of love. Embrace the beloved within your heart. So this is about who is the beloved. The Sufi Wisdom cards would talk about that being God, right? For an individual, it would depend, right? For a lot of folks, that would be God. For other folks, that's going to be your intuition. That's going to be the universe. That's going to be yourself, right? So let's take a look at the poem that's associated with this particular card. I am in love with no other than myself, and my very separation is my union. I am my beloved and my lover. I am my knight and my maiden. So this is about receiving love from the universe, right? This is about love becoming her power. She's going to find her power. She's going to find her reason for existence through love. And I think that's what we also uncovered in the Lenormand reading, is that she has a genuine affection for U.S. citizens. She genuinely wants to see people do better in life. And I think that if she continues to embrace love, if she continues to embrace herself at the end of the day, if we are kind to ourselves, we're kind to others, she's going to be a fantastic leader, not just a politician, a fantastic leader. So here's the mantra that goes with the Union of Love card. I am allowing the power of love to build in my heart, to draw and attract others to me. I am creating ways to express the wonder of being, of love, and joy. So it's absolutely kind of the opposite from what politicians stereotypically are, right? You think of politicians as being these jaded, callous individuals who are in it for the money. I don't get that from AOC. And the universe is saying if she sticks to love for the American people, you know, she's not going to become that kind of politician where she's just in it for the power, just in it for the money. I saw good things with this reading, right? I get good vibes from AOC. Even if she makes mistakes, long term, she's in it for good things. And I think that's something that we all should take away from this, whether we disagree or agree with her, right? She's in it because she loves people. You may disagree with how she does it, but at the end of the day, there's genuine affection, there's genuine concern here. Cool, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video, getting to this point, if you got to this point, right? Thank you for watching my videos in the past. I'm deeply grateful to the subscribers who've bought into this channel, so to speak, and said, you know, I want to pay attention to that. I want alerts for that person. That's incredible to me. I'm very grateful. I'm I'm excited, right? I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope you'll have a great day. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay healthy. Even if you've been vaccinated, please wear that mask. Please keep yourself safe. Please keep your family safe. Okay? Have a great day.